That was great. Porridge Radio live in session with Jealousy. And do you know, the first time that we met, I do remember very well, you all came bouncing through the doors, particularly you, Dana. I mean, I was going to call security at one point until I realised that you were in the band. And by juxtaposition, when we met tonight, you were kind of chilled out on the settee and you said, oh, I've just had 10 days off. It was absolute bliss.
It was amazing. It was luxurious.
Yeah, does that mean that you're working too hard? Heaven forfend.
We have been really busy. We've been playing a lot of festivals all summer. A lot of travelling. No breaks.
Are you at that stage in a band's career? Because I see it an awful lot in this programme. We get bands, you know, at an early stage in the career, and then like maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years later down the line, they've reached the point where you are, evidently, whereby you just get up, you get in a van, and you go wherever somebody takes you, and you get out and play. Are you kind of at that stage now?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think also we really love being able to play these shows, and it is the first time as a band that we've actually had the opportunity to not just plan to do it but actually do it, which just feels pretty unique and
it's all the dreams
incredible.
Coming true.
Yeah,
no, that's a great way to look at it, because I mean the funny thing is, like I say, when we get bands in at an early stage in the career, it happens so many times, and we get them in because we love them. There's sometimes that kind of fragile kind of delicacy about the band, but when they come back again, in your situation now, you've just nailed it. You're just so comfortable with what you're doing, and it seems kind of effortless for you.
I mean, it's always good to look effortless, isn't it?
That's the truth.
Yeah, I'm totally effortless.
I wouldn't know, believe you me. And so I have seen your tour list. You mentioned it. My God, it terrified me, and I'm not doing it.
I'm quite excited now.
Yeah.
I was terrified, but there's a few things you've got to remember. One of them is do one day at a time.
Right, okay.
That's the main one.
And pace yourself.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yeah. And have a good time all the time, which is a Spinal Tap kind of mantra.
No, I think have a bad time sometimes is really important as well. I think you see like all these bands and they're all kind of, we do it as well, posting all the good all the good things that you see. But there's a lot. It's difficult sometimes, and I think it's nice to just acknowledge that it's difficult and that you're going to have bad days, and that's also okay to just feel the difficult part of it as well as feel the incredible part of it. It's like every single day I think we experience every single emotion, and maybe that's part of the it's part of the roller coaster of it, and that's kind of just accepting it.
Yeah, but I can see ahead of you, like I say, I mean, we'll talk about exactly what you're doing immediately, but you've got a big American tour lined up, and of course, have you driven across America before?
We've never actually made it to America, but on Sunday we are going out there and we'll be there for a month, and then we come back and we're straight into a big UK tour and then a big Europe tour.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I've got the dates, and I'm not going to go through America.
I'll go and read out 70 dates.
Exactly. I mean, good Lord, that is amazing. But before that, you obviously you do this tonight, and then you're going to go to the End of the Road festival.
Yeah, which is an amazing festival. Which
of course
we've played a few times, and I've been quite a lot in it.
Yeah, really and then on Tuesday you're in San Diego, so this is wall-to-wall show business, is it not? And I saw you at the Blue Dot Festival, really enjoyed that. And then there was a mini clash, an overlap, if you like, with Metronomy, and obviously, Dana, you sang with Metronomy on the album, and I fully expected you to get up on stage with them. Have you fallen out?
Yeah, we're having a very big fight.
Right. Good.
Me and Joe.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Text me, Joe.
Before we move on to the dates and that and the next tune, so Porridge Radio did start out as a kind of solo project, a bit like Metronomy actually, with Joe.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was quite a long time ago. It must have been about nearly 10 years ago that I started playing on my own, and a few years later met all of these guys, and we've been a band since then.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Exactly.
Okay, so like I say, I mean, you've got a load of dates behind you, which looks impressive already, and we've mentioned End of the Road and then America, and then on the back to the reality of the UK. So the 15th of October, Digbeth, the Crossing, and then you play Sheffield, Southampton, Exeter, Nottingham, Bristol, Cambridge, Glasgow, Manchester, Leeds, Hove. And then London, you're finishing off at the Shepherd's Bush Empire on the 3rd of November. That's a big old unit. Yeah,
the first show I ever went to see was at Shepherd's Bush Empire with my dad and my brother. We went to see Roger Hodgson from Supertramp. And so when we had the opportunity to play this show, I was so excited. I was like, oh, obviously we have to do it at Shepherd's Bush because it's this whole. It feels really full circle. It feels very special to be playing a show there.
So who'd have thought you were weaned on Supertramp?
Of course. Can't you hear it?
It's so evident now you mention it. I mean, I did go to the Crime of the Century tour.
Did you?
Yeah, which I'm sure that your dad went to then, probably. And that would have been about, well, it depends how old he is. He won't be as old as me. But yeah, around about 1975, I would imagine. So maybe
Wow.
not.
I don't know.
Anyway, lovely to have you in session once again. And Porridge Radio, you've got one more song for us. What's this one?
Birthday party.
Brilliant. Okay, get to it. Thank you.